expressed in this program by the host or guests do not state or reflect those of the company, its management, sponsors, or any entities they represent.
Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off of steel. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis, and breaking scoreboards. Simone of the Olympics, defense and big business. The Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch, screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the 3 in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids, Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is, your host DeeTrynt. Yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
Yo, what's really good? Vibe with me for a second. Just vibe with me, man. Tell me how y'all like this for a second. Let's get my share on. Come on, pull up a chair. You know what I'm saying? Vibe with me for a minute. DeeTrynt Game Changa Sports Talk. You will see the link in the chat. Get ready, pull up your popcorn. We're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm talking Yo, DeeTrynt Game Changa Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz, man. Streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at DeeTrynt or at InDaStreetzSportz. If you missed the live streamings, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Radio Public. Just look for InDaStreetzSportz. Hit the follow, subscribe, like, share. You know what I'm saying? Once you get in there, you'll find Game Changa Sports Talk with yours truly. Do the same thing with that. Also, check out the InDaStreetzSportz website, InDaStreetzSportz.com. Catch the latest articles, things like that. If you want somebody that you know, a school you know, a team you know, you want them to get spotlighted, get some shine, feel free to hit us up at InDaStreetzSportz@gmail.com or at DeeTrynt@gmail.com. Got the super chats up for wherever you streaming or looking at it from Twitch or YouTube. Feel free to come in, type in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We getting our share on right quick. You know, I hope y'all like that little beat. I really like it. I ain't gonna lie, I like that little beat. I might run that back one time. I'm just getting my share on though right quick, letting them pile up. We talking basketball news today, a lot of different things that we can discuss. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it though, y'all. Yeah. Hey. Man, so it's been a busy day for me, y'all. Been up since like 6. Had to make a couple runs. It's actually really nice to be back outside in the city, right? It's been a minute since I've been here. I got up here, had some things going on. I really was kind of closed off. Became like a real introvert, right? You know what I'm saying? So, it's nice to like be back outside, right? Like that's really what it boiled down to, right? It's nice to be back outside, to be mingling, to be seeing people I ain't seen in a long time, to be able to just intake the city, you know what I'm saying? Visit places I ain't seen in a minute. And get back to what I do, right? Most people know me, I'm a busybody, man. When I be getting to it, I be getting to it. You know what I'm saying? Put my hand in a lot of different baskets, not because I be trying to stretch myself thin, but I just understand, I got a short attention span sometimes. When I get tunnel vision, I like to get tunnel vision to things that I love. So I build my life around that, right? They say you do the things you love, you never work again, right? Right now, I'm about to had an engineer put up this link, man, and the chef challenge, right? For those that don't know, certified chef, culinary needs. I need anything, some catering, private catering, you know what I'm saying, to set up, no matter banquet, no matter the size for real. I mean, personally, I probably wouldn't want to do no more than 100, 200 by myself. You know what I mean? But, you got small gatherings, things like that. We can work something out, right? So feel free to definitely hit me up at the DeeTrynt at gmail.com if you want to discuss those type of things. But I'm in the chef competition, and I might win 25,000, get a spotlight. So when you get that link, you see that up in the chat, or you see that up on the on the sites and all that. Man, hit that, send your boy a vote one time. You know what I'm saying? Check out, see what we can make happen, right? But it's been a nice day today outside of Cleveland, right? For the not to be like 80 or 90 degrees, you feel me? It's been pretty good though. Sun shining bright, you know what I'm saying? A couple of my peoples that came in town. So it's nice to get to see people, get things going on, and be back outside. But what we here for right now, we here for basketball talk. All right. Latest sports news, what's going on. It's a good night tonight. NBA playoffs going on tonight. All right. Game 5. Dallas up 3-1 over Minnesota, who Minnesota's the top seed. They seemed to really come on last game. Karl Anthony Towns stopped shooting all those threes, and when he did shoot threes, he was 4 for 5, I believe. So that team, when Ant-Man is being aggressive and Karl Anthony Towns is putting pressure on the defense at the rim, they're a much more difficult team to stop because either one of those players can still pull it outside and hit a mid-range or hit a three-point. So in basketball, you always want to make one of your things that the defense have to respect is your ability to score at the rim. All right. Whether it be from throwing it in the paint or, you got a guy who can't be stopped getting to the hole or a guy that you can give it to in the mid-range and he can make a face-up move and, get to the paint, finish around the rim. You need a person that can put pressure on the defense because, as much as, the game now loves the outside shot, the outside shot is not really possible without that pressure on the rim, without sucking the defense in. So, if they do that, they got a good chance of coming back against Kyrie and them, right? I mean, I personally think Kyrie, they're going to take it. And I think they got a real good chance to take it over Boston. Boston has a really good team, especially if they get Porzingis back. That team is real formidable in the starting 5. You're gonna start with Drew Holiday, and you got Jaylen Brown, or you got Devin White, and then Jaylen Brown. Then you got Jason Tatum with Kristaps Porzingis, right? So all these guys can stretch the floor. Your front court perimeter guys, 1 through 3 is two-way dynamic guys, right? They two-way monsters. They can defend high on one end and can really put buckets up on you on the other end. Then you got Tatum and Porzingis, right? And that's always going to be a matchup problem because either one of them could stretch the floor, could take you off the dribble, can get it in the paint, and really cause havoc for any team. That's why they were the number 1 team in the league. That's why they had virtually an easy road to the finals because they have a really good team. And coming off the bench with Al Horford, with a Pritchard who's really evolved, a Hauser who's really evolved, and a couple other guys. So, they seem to be coached really well right now. But I like, the Mavericks. They probably gonna take it tonight. That's my belief. I ain't saying that off no super facts right now. I'm just saying, in my belief, I feel like Dallas gonna take it. I feel like Kyrie gonna go crazy in the closeout game. Luka gonna do his thing too, though. Like, I feel like long as Luka focus on getting a triple double and let Kyrie be the number 1 scorer, then he could really close games. You know what I mean? If Luka concentrates on making sure Gafford and PJ Washington and Derrick Jones, or is it Derrick Jones, DJ Jones? Or I think it's Derrick. No. My apologies for butchering your name, bro. You get those guys going. Jones, who's a high flyer, play above the rim. Gafford, who's a defensive guy, can also play above the rim, but he's a bigger body. I'm not sure what's up with Lively. We could check that out and see what's going on with his status when we really get in depth into that. But I feel like if Luka focuses on that and let Kyrie focus on really putting pressure on the defense, worry about scoring, then when it's time for him to take over and do what Luka do, is really gonna be overempowering for any team. You know what I mean? Especially you get PJ Washington going. I feel like he could be that third piece on that out of this 3, right? I ain't saying like he's a forever 3, but if they just wanted to try it, if they concentrated on getting PJ Washington shots and getting him going on the offensive end, I think he has a lot more to offer as an offensive threat than he's been able to display over his career so far. He's definitely a defensive dude. He gets on the board when he needs to, but I feel like his whole game unlocks when you make him an offensive threat. So, hopefully Luka does that. And I say Luka not because I know Kyrie and a couple guys are the veterans, but Luka, that's gonna help him become more of do your freestyles. Miss Sherlin says, do your freestyles over the beats when you start your videos. So that's for the other podcast, Deeper Than Bars. Make sure y'all check that out. Y'all can find that on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public. You can find it on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube as well. Deeper Than Bars. That's when I talk more about, that's when I'm in my, my music and entertainment personality bag, and we really get to talking about, just things around the music world and other little things. That's why it's Deeper Than Bars. But definitely check that out. We'll be shooting a couple segments of that real soon too. So, but I just feel like that's for Luka's development and becoming a championship type player. That's the thing he has to improve on, is concentrating on getting his role guys in the game. And once he does that, I feel like it'll be they'll really be extra formidable, right? WNBA action, right? I want to get into this, right? Because I ain't really spent a lot of time on the WNBA, but I will tell you, I really am a fan though. Like, I ain't really been able to watch as much sports as I wanted to lately, but I'm going to tell you, I am a fan of the WNBA. I grew up with women who could play. I've always been a fan of female ballers. Like, hey, these women don't be playing no game, and they really could hoop though. Like people be trying to play them, but these ladies can really ball though. So look, all right, let's go with the standings because there's only so many teams in the league, right? Right now, Connecticut is 6-0. Las Vegas is 4-1. The New York Liberty, we'll say it's the Connecticut Sun, right? Las Vegas Aces, who are the reigning champs, if I'm not mistaken. And you got the New York Liberty at 5-2, Minnesota Lynx at 4-2, Atlanta Dream, I believe, at 3-2. I want to say the Dallas Stars. I hope I ain't butcher that. They at 3-2. You got Seattle at 4-3, Phoenix at 3-4, Chicago at 2-3, LA, the Sparks at 2-4.
Dallas Wings, my brother. Dallas Wings.
Wings. Okay, I appreciate that. I knew it was okay, Dallas Wings. I appreciate that correction. You know what I'm saying? Dallas Wings. And then you got Indiana and Washington, and it's another team. No, okay. So, now listen, when WNBA first dropped, right? And this was like late 90s. Everything in me want to say off the top of my head, 96. I want to say, because they was around for like 6 years. So 96, 97. And I know this because I was staying off Kinsman. I was staying off like 119 at Kinsman. And I remember watching them in my living room, right? In my grandma's living room. And man, listen. Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops. Listen, bro. You talk about Batgirl and Robin, like they used to go so ham. I watched the Trinity, the threes, right? The three Meeks, Shamika Holsclaw, Tamika Catchings, Shamika Randall, who is from here, right? She's from the Cleveland, Cuyahoga County area, right? I watched them go ham with Pat Summitt. I watched Candace Parker when she was in college. I watched Dawn Staley when she was in Olympics and she was in college, and quite a few others. Like I am a fan of female athletes, and I've been saying since about 2011 that women are the new wave. Not not that women haven't always been the wave. Don't get me wrong. If you understand life and you just understand the essence of things, women always been the wave. But as far as being more involved with marketing, promotions, and athletics, being more involved with more of the corporate world and more of the standout things that we see every day, putting their imprint on it, being able to add their own style and unique flavors to fashion and modeling and podcasting and radio and everything else, right? I always feel like there's been a wave because it's so untapped. Women have been around since forever. I mean, we got here because of women, right? And that's so untapped. And right now, it's such an abundance of talent and hunger, to strive and make it and like I say, put their unique imprints on the world. I've always felt like that's a market that needs to be more tapped into and explored because women can do everything, right? When all the bias and all that is took all out, women can wheel and always like exponentially quantify whatever is going on, especially when they're put in that position and allowed to be themselves and evolve in the right. Like, listen, man. So the WNBA, I foresee it getting real big, right? I foresee, and if it ain't foreseen, I'm putting it in the atmosphere, right? I foresee over the next half decade, millions to billions of dollars being poured into women's basketball and women's athletics. I feel like the only thing that the women will have to do is be more open to the things that allows their talents and brand to be showcased the right way. We as men, and I'm just saying this, in a contrast because, we've been allowed to do it longer, right? We as men understand that in order to get a lot of things you want the way you want them, you have to be willing to do and sacrifice things that you don't want to sacrifice. And as you learn, and it's always in hindsight, as you learn, as you go through your trials and tribulations, you start to understand, like, hey, these little things, these little sacrifices don't last that long when I just go ahead and run with it and don't, make it a big thing, right? 1997. Yeah, 1997. Okay, yeah, it's all cool, right? So with that being said, though, on the WNBA side, right? Let me just call out a little bit of stats. Let's see who's doing what, right? Rebounds. Wait, hold on, because I was just at the whole other side of the page, right? What are we doing? Can we get over here? Can we get over here? All right, so my pull is down. What are we doing? There we go. All right, leader in points. Las Vegas, Asia Wilson with 29 a game. You got Miss Sabrina from the New York Liberty averaging 22. Ariel Atkins from Washington averaging 21. Natasha Cloud from Phoenix averaging 21. And Kalia Cooper, she is averaging 20 from Phoenix as well. Rebounds, Tina Charles still playing though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Tina though, because Tina been a paint dog for a long time, right? But she averaging 15 rebounds a game is fire. Asia Wilson, she's averaging 15 rebounds a game. Nafessa Collier, she's averaging from Minnesota. She's averaging 13 a game. Shakira Austin from Washington averaging 9 rebounds a game. And Kalia Cooper from Phoenix averaging 9 rebounds a game. As far as assists, Jackie Young from Las Vegas averaging 10. Sabrina, I do not want to mess her name up, so I just say Miss Sabrina from the New York Liberty. She's averaging 9 assists a game. Courtney Williams from Minnesota, she's averaging 8. Sugg Sutton from Phoenix, she is averaging 7 assists a game. And Kelsey Plum, Las Vegas, is averaging 6 a game, right? Listen, I'm going to dive more into this and start getting more games, especially now they start getting them more accessible on the apps. For a long time, I was paying for a lot of apps and still couldn't watch no games, I'm talking about it was so crazy. I'm saying I got ESPN, I got Hulu, I got Peacock, I got Max, I got all these apps, and I got NFL Plus, I got the NBA joint, and I'm still struggling to watch games I want to watch. It was so aggravating. Imagine paying $100-something a month on apps and you still can't watch games like you want. Like, it's been so nerve-wracking. But concerns and cries have been heard by the apps and the people back there, and they started to, make it more accessible for us. So it's been a lot easier this past season, but not as much as I want what they had going on. But it's definitely summertime, and that's WNBA season. So there's still a little bit more of the season left. I know they don't really do more than like 20-something games, but we definitely going to check them out, right? On the NBA side, though, right? And this DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming from multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at InDaStreetzSportz or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live streams, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the InDaStreetzSportz channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly, DeeTrynt. You do the same thing with that. All right, and make sure you check out the website too. Hold on one moment. Like I say, catch the website, InDaStreetzSportz.com, catch the latest articles and things like that. All right, so listen, it's some hot NBA talk that I've been. Hold on, you got the hold on. it's some hot NBA news and things that I heard that I want to get into right quick. And that's really the whole reason I came up here for real. There's a few little hot notes that I wanted to get into, right? So right now I'm on hoopswire.com, and one of the first things I see is Warriors expected to show interest to Jimmy Butler if Heat shop him. Now, let's talk about the first part of that whole little scenario. Jimmy Butler time in Miami. And, I feel like Jimmy Butler probably should slide. He did what he could over there, though, right? I don't look at Jimmy as the superstars of superstars. I do look at him as one of the most fierce stars to compete against. I do feel like, though probably not the most digestible, I think he has a very effective leadership style, walking the walk. You know what I'm saying? And talking the talk. Because I don't feel like Jimmy overtalks. Especially with his resume, right? He came up, he grinded up, he worked on his game, and it went from virtually a nobody to a superstar. So he earned his swagger, like he earned his demeanor. But I do feel like his time in Miami is up. Him going to the Warriors, right? And you would just imagine like what would they have to give up to get him, right? So you're asking yourself, is it worth to give up Kuminga and Wiggins in order to get Butler and keep Clay? Do you sign and trade Clay and pair him with Wiggins and then put Butler with Kuminga? Could it be like a 3 or 4 or 5 player trade? You got Looney in there. I mean, I don't know. First off, I don't know how they gonna make the trade work because I don't know what's worth it to them in the direction they trying to go in with the team. Secondly, I don't know if I just want to see Jimmy in the Bay though, right? I mean, unless Jimmy want to go over there and the Bay is a nice area to live. I ain't gonna hold you. He got bread, so that's a nice area to live. It's like market to do, like he gonna open up a small business or something like that. It's probably a good market for him to do that in. I ain't gonna hold you. But I don't know if I like Jimmy with Golden State though. I could see Jimmy going back to Minnesota. I could see Jimmy going back to Philadelphia. I ain't gonna hold you. I could see Jimmy. I know this is gonna sound real crazy, right? I could see Jimmy going to Charlotte. Right? I could see the new owner like, hey, come on, play with Melo and Brandon Miller for me one time for the one time. But I don't know if Jimmy would take that. But I'm just saying I could see him playing. On the contender side, I could see Jimmy trying to make his way to New York. I could see Julius Randle being in the trade for Jimmy Butler going to New York and playing with that team so they can bring OG Anunoby back. I think Jimmy Butler and Jalen Brunson would be a formidable backcourt. It allowed Jimmy to just play the 2 and not the 3. So that's allowed him to be more of a scorer and ball handler alongside Jalen Brunson. You bring back an OG Anunoby. You got Hartenstein who you want to keep. I feel like you can find him for. I don't feel like OG Anunoby is a 4, but you can find him for. And you can really just bring DiVincenzo, McBride, Hart, and DiVincenzo off the bench. And you can just find you a couple 4s, right? Find you some big man to go with. It's gonna be some young man. There's gonna be some people, some big man looking to, Mike can bring back a DeMarcus Cousins. You never know. But my number one choice for Jimmy would probably be New York, right? That's a big market for him. He'll probably love that. The market ain't good for him. Him, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby. I think that's a nice pairing, in my opinion. So one of the next rumors up here on Hoops Wire is Lakers prepared to offer LeBron whatever type of contract he wants, right? Okay. This is going to be a unpopular opinion that we don't have a lot of time on, at least I don't, right? I got a little bit of time. I got something to do, but I ain't got a lot of time, right? Um, I don't even want to see LeBron stay in LA. I ain't gonna even hold you. I am a person, right? And we can have this conversation whenever y'all want to, on the another look on the cast, right? I am a person who is all for LeBron coming back to Cleveland. 2-year contract, you can get him like, okay. I don't want to really, first off, let me apologize. I don't necessarily like speaking on people's money, right? It's not really my thing. It's not something I'm really comfortable with. But I don't mind giving suggestions. You know what I mean? So, in my suggestion, I feel like Dan Gilbert should work it out with LeBron to where LeBron come back, play a couple years with the squad we got, and we'll get into the details a little bit, right? But give him revenue share and part chance to be ownership once he retire, and he'll just take a nice little cut right now. Listen, Brian. Okay, listen. I feel like Brian is in a position to where if he wants to be able to have some type of shield for his son while his son game develop, where he could play with his son and get him in a market where he could be protected and still be showcased in a team where he could still be in a winning environment, and yet LeBron ain't still got to do all that extra stuff he do. He got to be willing to sacrifice something. He want better for his kid. He want to be able to go out in the state that he loves. Because I understand that, right? A lot of athletes ain't from here. So for what he has accomplished as a major sports figure, player in this era, right? It is a thing for him to retire as a Cavalier. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of people not gonna say that. I'm gonna tell you, it's a thing, and I believe it's a thing for him. It's a thing for him. He the all-time sports leader. Come back your last couple of years, you got a team that can win the ship. You ain't really got to do a lot to it. Just add where it need to be shored up. You could play lightweight big man now and facilitator. You could really play janitor and let your son rock out. Cause I'm all for the Browns. I said the Browns. I'm all for the Cavs drafting Bronny at 20. Who else you gonna draft? Make your pick count. Let Bron come back. He can play the 3, and he gonna play facilitator. So that means he can average a triple double on this team. He lightweight the exact type of 3 we need. You can bring Imani Bates up. You got different guys. Like you just go get. Look, my encouragement would be go get DeMarcus Cousins. That would be my encouragement, right? You got Porter down there. You got LeVert, Strus, Okoro, right? Get you a DeMarcus Cousins. You got Isaiah Mobley down there. You can bring Diop over, even if you don't do that, right? You can bring Damon Jones back if you don't do that. You can bring Tristan back and Marcus Morris, right? And then you got another 3 big men, right? You might want to move Niang or something. You keep Niang. I won't be mad if you move Niang because I like Okoro, LeVert, and Strus. So if you're going to move Niang, I'm cool with that. Just get a big man, right? And you cool. You got Porter Jr. with Bates and Mobley. So you got 3 young guys who got nice size and nice skill sets that's going to fit with the team. So them finding a role for what LeBron do, they already there. You know what I'm saying? You just bring in another, like I said, another vet. You know what I'm saying? On the big man side. You cool, right? Let Bronny get down there on the guard side. Let him develop. Listen, I'm with that. I don't know about nobody else. I can't speak for nobody else. I'm with it. Bring him back. You feel me? And then if you're going to buy a team, bro, just on the Cavs. Because anybody telling me that we got a homegrown star that has that level of impact You want that star at home. So all the money flow back home. That's exactly what you want. You know how many people trying to get their stuff up, jump, and started? You know how many opportunities it is to make money like everybody else making around the country in this one little section? If it's utilized like that, you want Brown here. Retire here. His last couple years getting the ring, you want that here. That's going to super cement his legacy. He left and came back and won 2 more rings. That's crazy. But that's you can do that. But I ain't with him for the Lakers. If the Lakers want to keep him, I don't know. I think the Lakers should rebuild. Right? I think the Lakers should rebuild. That's my personal opinion. They should rebuild. What else do you got to do? Right? It's over with. Bron gonna walk. Trade AD. Trade Russell. Start over with Reeves and Hachimura and Gabe Vincent. Right? You got you a little point. You got you a 2. Or if you want to play Reeves at the 3 and Hachi at the 4, and then you got to just find you a 2 and a 5. But you got Jackson Hayes, so you just got to find you a scorer. That's what I say, man. Trade all the rest of them dudes. Find you a young scorer. Whether you get in the trade market and you bring over a Tyler Hero, who a young guy want to put up buckets. It's probably another young guy you might want to trade a vet, go try to pry Jalen Williams from OKC and see if he could turn into one of those guys. Whoever, right? Go get you a scorer and just start over from that. That's what I think the Lakers should do. Get you some draft picks back. Let's start over. It didn't work. It's okay to say it didn't work, man. Just start over, right? What's else up here? The Warriors, realistic chance Warriors don't re-sign Klay Thompson. Hey, so listen, right? I don't know why this is a thing, right? Klay should have been left. I have nothing against Klay, but I felt like Klay should have been left. And Klay should have went to his own team. Because he should just go to his own team. But now where he at, I feel like, some teams that's a good... Listen, this is going to be an unpopular opinion. But I would love to see Klay Thompson in Minnesota right now. Right? Klay, Ant-Man, Towns, trade Rudy Gobert. Trade Rudy Gobert to Golden State, get Klay and Kuminga, right? Get Klay and Kuminga, put Towns back at the 5. What's wrong with that? Right? Now you got Ant-Man, Klay, Kuminga, Towns, and draft you a point guard or get you a point guard or something. That's what I do. And you might could get one of their little point guards from them. Probably get a Gary Payton II or something. I don't know, man. I feel like, but I don't think they would trade Kuminga. I do think though they probably trade Wiggins though, but I don't want to see Wiggins back in Minnesota. Hey, I take Wiggins in Cleveland right now too. I take Wiggins in Cleveland. I ain't gonna even hold you. I take him. If let's just say Donovan want to walk, right? Because we about to segue to the Cavs anyway. Let's just say Donovan do want to walk. He don't want to resign, right? I'll trade Donovan to the Warriors. What? Hey, I know y'all got like 2 unprotected picks I can get, and I want Kuminga and Wiggins. Right? And you could take Donovan. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? If you throw in the extra 2 picks, if you guys throw in the extra pick, or if you throw in Moses Moody, I might throw in Jared Allen and LeVert. Well, I might throw in Jared Allen. Will I throw in? Yeah, I'll probably throw in Jared Allen. Not because I don't like Jared Allen, but I like the idea of Mobley playing a 5 and Kuminga playing a 4. Right? I like the idea of Garland playing the point, Wiggins at the 2, and LeBron at the 3. Because now you running and shooting. That sounds crazy. I'm gonna have to post that. That sounds crazy. Donovan to go to State for Wiggins, Kuminga, Moody. Well, no, Donovan and Allen. Yeah, Donovan and Allen. You'll probably have to throw a third player in there. Well, no, because Mitchell making like 40, and Allen making like 20, so that's like 60. Kuminga up for a deal for real. He don't want to get paid, but he kind of worth it. Wiggins getting like almost 30 right now. So when they throw in Moody, and Moody go probably want a contract. That's cool. But I don't even lie. I would rather have to re-sign. I would rather be able to pay Mobley a nice contract than have to pay Kuminga and Moses, because I can get them on like 3-year deals, nice little 3-year deals, right? I can actually lock Mobley in for a max or something close to a max, right? And I can lock because I think Wiggins on last year his deal, so I can lock Kuminga and Moses up, right? And then you might have to throw. I don't want to get rid of Okoro though. I know everybody in there talking about, so why not just throw Okoro? You got Okoro. I can hear people like, well, why you not? I don't want to get rid of Okoro. I just don't. I would rather give up Strus, but I don't want to give up Strus. I don't want to give up LeVert, Okoro, or Strus. To be perfectly honest. I know it's a redundant, it's retarded. It ain't but so many spaces. If you talk about adding Brian and trading Mitchell, even though you would want Mitchell with Brian, all this is just hypothetical, right? I'm just speaking impulsively, hypothetically. You know what I'm saying? And just throw scenarios out. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't sound like a bad trade to me. I ain't gonna lie. That said, Cavs looking for a coach, right? JB's out of here, coaching staff out of here. And get into this. All right, bet. And get into this. I've thought about it a little more. Would be my suggestion for the Cavs, and my suggestion for the Cavs would be hire Mark Price. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. Hire Mark Price and see if you can get Doherty on the bench. See if you can get a Mike Brown back over here with a Kenny Atkinson, or get him with a Borrega, right? And I just would say I
Brown
think
about to get
I like.
He ain't going nowhere.
Where he getting that bag from?
That bag. So Mike Brown ain't about to go nowhere. I think he about to get
Who? Sacramento.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
If he don't already got it, you might have to look into that. He ain't going nowhere, player.
He ain't going nowhere. We gonna get an in-depth one because I'm about to get ready to end this. So if I got some more things I got to get into, I really just wanted to step up here and holler at y'all and get up with y'all for a second. You know what I'm saying? While I'm doing my thing. With that being said, though, DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at DeeTrynt or at InDaStreetzSportz. If you missed the live streamings, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, various other streaming platforms. Just go to the InDaStreetzSportz channel, subscribe, follow, like, share. Once you get in there, you'll find Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly, DeeTrynt. You do the same, right? Also, go to the InDaStreetzSportz.com website. Make sure you check out the articles, leave your comments, let us know, give us your feedback. Let us know how we can improve, right? Things you would like to see. If you like how we talk, let us know. If you need some commercials done, if you like some readings done, some promotions done, talk to us, man. Hit us up at DeeTrynt@gmail.com or at InDaStreetzSportz@gmail.com. It's always a pleasure to chop it with y'all. We'll get back and get more into this, but it was just a pleasure to get up with y'all today. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. Make sure y'all go vote for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll catch y'all in a minute. Stay blessed.